Hello and welcome to another Writerly Witterings. It's been a while since the last one, and a lot of things have changed. In the last month, my daughter's managed to get a whole bunch of GCSEs. Hopefully, we haven't had any results yet. Sadly, you'll notice there's no snoring nearby because our lovely old Ridgeback developed bone cancer and she's had to be put down. But you will notice there's grumbling going on, and that's because there's a spotty Dalmatian down there who refused to leave the room when we started filming, and so she's down there and she will complain occasionally because she wants her walk. She can wait. I, as you will know, have been a very fond and enthusiastic user of Midori Traveller's Notebooks for some time. I just adore them because they're lovely to hold in the hand. They seem to hold just enough paper for me to be able to make notes on all the things I need. But every now and again, when you're a writer like me, something really rather nice happens. And some time ago, I started dealing with Scription, who designed a Chronodex diary. And Patrick, who designed this Chronodex diary, is a delightful fellow, and he works for a company that imports and sells a huge number of different types of stationery in the Far East, mainly in Hong Kong and Singapore, but they've got shops elsewhere. And he liked the fact that I enjoyed his diary so much that he thought it would be quite interesting to get me to answer some questions in an article for his department store. And so I did. And as a result, he very generously sent me a number of different things. So, for example, a fantastic rucksack that I've been using quite a lot. As you can see, it's already got the stains and marks of overuse from carrying it on the moors and up to London and back. But as well as that, City Super and Patrick sent me a new Time Traveller's Notebook, which is absolutely superb. And in addition, I also got a nice pencil and various different coloured inks from Iroshizuku, which is absolutely delightful to use. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about these things and show them, because I am very grateful to Patrick and they're all exceptionally delightful to play with. So hopefully you'll find all this interesting. So, first of all, let's have a look at the Midori Traveller's Notebook. They're very simple. They're just sealed with an elastic piece of thread that goes in through the back. And this is the camel version, camel cover. This is the natural brown leather. I use them very simply. I have three main sections. The first section here is just for ideas for books, ideas for stories, ideas for dialogue, character, location, anything like that. The second is my general working logbook, I suppose you could call it. It's where I keep my to-do list and everything else that I need to keep track of, and occasional notes on things that have happened. The third is the brilliant Chronodex. And the thing I like about this is that each of the days has a sort of clock face, starting at 12, going through to 9 and 12. There's an inner section, as you can see, which is the 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So that's the on the way into work. And then you have all of this section that you can mark in different colours. You can mark it however you want. And once you get to 9 o'clock, then you've also got this outer ring which takes you through to midnight, so you can work with it as a diary for the whole day. But for me, it just makes life so much easier to be able to glance down, and I can see when my diary's full. I can see what's going on at any time of the day. What it also has then, because Patrick designed this for me after I told him what I really wanted, and he designed it so I've now got a list of different things that are going to be going on through the day. So when I've marked off what I'm doing, I can colour code with this the different items that I'm doing. So I can see at a glance when I'm blocked out during the day, but then I can also add any comments I need here. I've also got extra notes, so anything that I really need to drag forward to the following week, anything that needs a bit more description. If I'm going to, sadly I had to go to a funeral, in here I would keep the note of exactly where the church was and all that sort of detail. But then there's also a to-do list which can run forward over the weeks. And here are Saturday and Sunday, which don't need to be so detailed because obviously I'm not doing so much on a Saturday and Sunday. What I do find useful with the Traveller's Notebook is also that you can buy these plastic wallets, which mean that you can keep lots of information separately in there. So that's where I keep my general receipts and other information. Now the next thing is this fantastic pencil from Y Studio. I don't know the company, I've never had any dealings with them before, but it's a lovely pen to hold. It's designed, I think, mostly for sketching rather than writing, but it's solid brass. It's got a wonderful weight to it, a lovely feel. It's simple to operate. It's not quite a clutch pencil, it's more of a mechanical type, so every time you press the top, the lead starts to progress. And then if you don't keep on using it and you want to sharpen it, pull the top off, and in there's a sharpener as well, so you can just twiddle that and sharpen the lead. Really lovely piece of kit. What is nice is that when it comes in a black cardboard box, and there are 2 brass screws in it, so that if you want to, you can hole punch pieces of paper and use the 2 screws that have got a thread in the middle, and then they will seal the paper so you can make your own notebook if you want. I'll probably use them for something different. It also comes with a little piece of sandpaper, so that if you want to, you can rub off the edges along the sharper lines of the hexagon and expose the brass as they've already done with the top. Or you can rub away the whole of the bottom and expose all the brass there. Personally, I love the look of it just as it is, so I'm going to keep it like this, and then as it gets scratched and damaged over the years, there'll just be the little knocks and dents that show that it's been used regularly and adored, in the same way as the Traveller's Notebook gets all these little marks and chips and scratches. So that's those 2. And then I have to show these glorious inks. These 2 are 2 of the blues. I'll show the orange because it's easier because of the contrast to show the colours. I've never had any Iroshizuku ink before, but this is absolutely glorious stuff. I love the big glass bottles it comes in. You can see there's a pointy bit at the bottom there. That's so that I imagine you can get the maximum amount of ink into your pen, because the nib will drop straight down into that and you can suck up as much ink as you want still. Very nice design. I'm not too sure how much, with my Viscontis, I think you'd still leave quite a lot of ink in the bottom there. But if I can just do a quick demonstration. The ink is a very nice, free-flowing ink. And works very well in any pen. It dries moderately quickly, not very fast, but a really good working day-to-day usable ink. Very, very nice. And here it is, one steel organ rucksack. It is brilliant design, I think. On the top, it has this simple D-ring, so that it basically will fit almost any body shape, I think. Very, very comfortable. The straps are adjustable, nice and simple, but they're also held on these clips, not clips, I don't know what you call that, but there is this metal buckle which will slide up and down as you tighten the strap on these 2 D-rings here. Very, very easy to get it comfortable to use. And then the main bag itself, style organ logo there, is designed to be very much like an old-fashioned military type of bag, I suppose, with these press studs to hold leather straps in place. So you've got a fair sized pocket in there, but what I really like about it is the way that it's so easy to vary it. So for example, open up the main compartment and it wraps over like a sailor's bag, so you can't get any moisture in there, and it works very well as a waterproof bag. I've tested it. Opened up like that, you've got this large space. Inside there's one small pocket for a phone, there's a second pocket for what I use it for, storing all of my electronic chargers and everything else, which is a zip up pocket at the back there. But if you need to, if you've got to carry a whole load of stuff, pull the drawstring tight and you've got a really tall, very, very usable, absolutely delightful rucksack. And it works very well as something to carry over the moors, I think. But because it's waterproof canvas, it's good for that. But it does look smart enough, I think, to be able to take it up to London when I go into business meetings or for any other general purpose use. I'm very, very pleased with this. It's absolutely delightful, and I'm very, very grateful to Patrick and the people at City Super for sending me all of this equipment, and especially this rucksack, so that I can test them. So thanks a lot, Patrick, especially for the diary as well, because that is just fantastic. Well, I hope that was of use. Thanks very much for watching. If you like this, do please put a like at the bottom and subscribe and tell your friends, do some sharing and all that sort of good stuff. And I'll be with you again shortly. We're hoping now that the dog has died, the exams are over. Hopefully with luck, my son, who's managed to break his wrist, is going to be healed as well soon. And that means that we can get back to the videoing a little bit more regularly in future. So hope you enjoyed this. Do please hit all the things. If you've got any questions or if you've got any comments about other things you'd like me to talk about, put them in the comments box and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks a lot.